Hi, everyone. My name is Roxanne Beltran. I am a scientist, a professor at the University of California, Santa Cruz. And right now, I am on an expedition to Antarctica. We're actually in the Antarctic Peninsula Islands right now, as you can see behind me. I'm on a Ponant ship called La Austral, and I'm representing the Explorers Club to share science and share some storytelling about seals, which are the species that I study. We have been on the boat since November 3rd. So it's been a little over 2 weeks now that we've been on the boat. Every day there's something different. We're either transiting to a new place or we are going on expeditions where we leave the boat and go onto smaller Zodiac boats where naturally will motor us over to something exciting, like if there's a whale or seals or penguin colony or some cool bird that we need to see. We've been all over the place. We started in Argentina and Buenos Aires, and then we went to a port just south of there. Then we went east to the Falkland Islands, which was amazing. We saw a bunch of king penguins there, which are super special. They sort of look like emperor penguins, but they have a lot more orange on their heads. And then we headed over to South Georgia Island, which everybody always says is supposed to be the most beautiful place on Earth. And stepping foot there for the first time really made me realize it truly is the most beautiful place I've ever been to. It was magnificent mountains, kind of like this, but much, much taller and not quite as snow covered. There were penguins everywhere, seals everywhere, whales everywhere, all sorts of really cool birds and wildlife wherever we went. And we got to take a bunch of zodiacs and see a bunch of cool stuff, which was amazing. So we spent a few days there, and then we spent 3 days transiting down to Antarctica. We just got here yesterday. So right now we're on the South Shetland Islands, which are islands just west of the Antarctic Peninsula. And we're heading more closer to the peninsula today. So we'll spend a few days in Antarctica, and then we have to go back, crossing the Drake Passage, which is feared by many as one of the most turbulent seas on the planet. So we'll see if the seas stay calm for us or if we're in for a little bit of an adventure. And then we'll end up at the very, very southern tip of South America, and we'll fly home in about a week. Yeah, sure. I'll take you guys around a little bit. The ship is just amazing. Most of the time I go to Antarctica, I'm at a research station. It's full of researchers and research support staff, and the focus really is on the science. So, the food is fine. We eat it. It's fine, but it's not super good. There's not a bunch of staff on board to sort of take care of things and make you comfortable. On this boat, though, the focus is more on people enjoying the experience. And so I'll see if I can show you guys right now. Everyone's just finishing eating lunch. So there's a deck just below me. There's a swimming pool. You can see it's heated. And look at that view from lunch. So there are people who come around and serve food and make sure you have enough wine. It's been a really amazing experience to meet a bunch of people from all over the world. There's about 150 passengers on board that basically most of them haven't been here. And so they're coming on a tourist trip, just like, you might visit a different city or a different state or a different country. These people said, for my next vacation, I think I want to go to Antarctica. And so it's been really fun to get to know them because a lot of them are really excited about wildlife and really excited about natural history. And they've been having a really good time getting to know me, learning about some of my science, getting to know more about wildlife. It's a very educational program. I'm sort of the scientist representing science on board, but there's also 16 naturalists. And those are people whose jobs it is to know all about the creatures that we're seeing and tell people all about them. And so the naturalists have been just absolutely amazing at making sure that everyone has all the information that they need about the species that we're seeing. And so everybody who's come on this trip is really, really sort of well positioned to become an ambassador of Antarctica. And if you know anything about Antarctica and how it's changing, it's one of the most fast changing places on the planet. So we really need as many ambassadors as we can have. And I'm really grateful to not only be one myself, but to be able to spend time with all the amazing guests on board this Ponant expedition in my role representing the Explorers Club to be able to meet those people as well. Yeah, I'll tell you a life-changing story from yesterday. So yesterday, we got to Antarctica finally. We got to do our very first expedition where we took the Zodiac boats out and we went to explore a penguin colony. So the Zodiac boat picked us up and drove us 10 minutes or so. We landed the boat. We all carefully got off the boat. It was very snowy and slippery. We got to the penguin colony. There were a bunch of gentoo penguins and chinstrap penguins. And we walked around for a little while. And then we started to see that the penguins were looking a little bit stressed out. And one of the naturalists said, "Oh, when the penguins are stressed out, that usually means there's a leopard seal around." So if you've heard of leopard seals, you know that they're very, very top predators. They even eat penguins sometimes. And so there was, in fact, a leopard seal that was patrolling the beach. And it basically came onto shore very quickly and was able to grab a penguin to feed on. So it's really rare to see a leopard seal in the wild at all. It's super rare to see a leopard seal actually eat some penguin food. And so, of course, it's sad to see because we love the penguins and we don't want any of them to suffer or get eaten, but it's part of the circle of life. The leopard seals have to eat. So it was a really special experience to be that close and to sort of see that process in action, to see how the rest of the penguins responded. They all were a little bit smart and stayed out of the water for a little while. So that was a really cool experience. And then just now, as we were eating lunch, there was a humpback whale hanging off the back of the ship about 100 meters away. So it's just been spectacular wildlife so far. We've seen almost every species there is to possibly see down here, which has been amazing. And it's going to be really cool to see what we see this afternoon.